That crystal clear mountain stream looks clean enough to drink straight, and it can still hand you giardia and wreck your gut for 2 weeks. So you buy a filter. Here's what nobody puts on the box. That filter might already be cracked inside where you can't see. A backpacking water filter comes down to 3 things: what it removes, whether the flow lasts and cleans up, and whether it survives a freeze. The money wasters sell you everything except those 3. So here are 5 brands wasting your money. Worst to first, then 2 worth every dollar plus 4 checks that spot a gimmick in 10 seconds. Fair warning, the #1 waster is a premium brand a lot of you already own. Good gear, wrong tool. The top pick does the real job for $35 and 3 ounces, and you can replace it at almost any Walmart. In the 5th place, classic straw filters fail, not because of their science, but because of their shape. The 0.2 micron hollow fiber membrane inside a standard LifeStraw is real, and it reliably blocks bacteria and parasites. But to get a drink, you have to lay face down in the dirt at the water's edge and suck. You cannot filter water into a bottle to carry up a dry ridge. You cannot pool it to boil your dinner. And you cannot keep a clean sip inside your tent at night. It chains you to the source. That makes it a fine emergency backup to throw in your pack and forget, but a terrible primary system when modern bottle-threaded squeeze filters solve this exact limitation for the same weight. Number 4 on our list, ultraviolet pens, like the SteriPen. On paper, they look like a cheat code because UV light inactivates everything from bacteria to viruses. But in the backcountry, they fail when conditions turn. First, they need crystal clear water. If your source looks even slightly cloudy, about like weak lemonade, suspended sediment blocks the light, and you are swallowing live pathogens, that means silty snowmelt forces you to pack a separate pre-filter. Second, you are at the mercy of batteries. On a freezing morning near 32 degrees, lithium cells lose capacity fast, and the bulb's output plummets. I don't want my hydration system relying on electronics that die when it gets chilly. Number 3, those cheap, off-brand hollow fiber filters you find all over Amazon. They love to brag about a 0.01 micron rating on the box, but a printed sticker is not the same thing as independent laboratory testing. Trustworthy brands back up their claims with NSF certification or a verifiable EPA protocol you can actually look up. Without a real lab report, you are just buying a marketing story. On the trail, these knockoffs fail fast. Their flow can completely collapse after processing just a few cloudy liters, and they do not recover well when backflushed. Worse, if they freeze just once while wet, those cheap internal fibers will crack invisibly. You will think you are drinking safe water, but you are actually swallowing pathogens through those broken channels. That makes them a massive, silent risk. In second place, heavy hand pumps. Look, these things still work, which is why they don't rank lower. If you're managing water duty for a big camp group, a pump makes total sense. But for a solo pack, they charge a 3-way tax: weight, muscle effort, and moving part failure risk. Many of these systems weigh between 11 and 20 ounces, while a simple squeeze filter sits at just 3. Every single liter you want to drink forces you to sit at the bank and crank. Hit a silty glacial stream, and that fine sediment quickly clogs the internal mechanism, turning each stroke into a heavy workout. It's reliable, functional gear, but for solo miles, it's yesterday's tool. And finally, in first place, the Grayl GeoPress. This is excellent, NSF-tested purifier gear that sweeps up viruses, bacteria, protozoa, and heavy metals. If you are traveling through international cities or building a disaster kit, buy one. But for backcountry hiking in North America, it is the right tool on the absolute wrong trail. Wilderness water here rarely carries viral threats, meaning you are packing heavy-duty protection you do not need. You pay a massive penalty for that overkill. The GeoPress weighs 15.9 ounces empty and delivers only 24 ounces per press. To get that, you have to find flat ground and use your entire body weight to force the inner press down. Add in a $25 replacement cartridge that only lasts for 250 liters, and the math does not make sense for trail miles. It is a fantastic purifier, but a terrible backpacking filter. Another great option is the Katadyn BeFree, the speed pick for hikers who want water instantly. This setup is ridiculously light, weighing in at around 2.5 ounces. Its 0.1 micron hollow fiber membrane easily strips out standard backcountry bacteria and protozoa at an impressive 2 liters per minute. The biggest selling point here is ease of maintenance. When the flow slows down on the trail, you do not need to carry a bulky cleaning syringe. You just swish the membrane in a creek to restore the flow. The honest trade-offs are a shorter rated lifespan of only 1,000 liters and a proprietary 42mm thread. This means you cannot just screw it onto standard smart water bottles. But if you care about immediate flow and zero trailhead hassle, the Katadyn BeFree is worth every penny. And finally, in first place, the Sawyer Squeeze. If I could only hand one filter to a hiker at the trailhead, this is it. It balances weight, price, and cleanability better than anything else. For roughly $35 and a 3-ounce pack penalty, its 0.1 micron hollow fiber blocks 99.9999% of bacteria and 99.99% of protozoa, including giardia and crypto. The field advantage is unmatched. When the flow slows, you backflush it with the included syringe to restore the system. It screws directly onto a standard 28mm smart water bottle, making replacements cheap and easy. Just ditch the included pouches immediately. They will leak on you. Its only real limit is virus coverage. To solve that, toss a few chlorine dioxide tablets into your kit as an ounce-scale backup for sketchier water or freezing conditions. It is the smartest, most bulletproof hydration setup you can buy. If you want more honest gear breakdowns that cut through the marketing noise, subscribe to the channel. Additionally, before you buy any filter, run it through these 4 final trail checks. First, match the pore size to your threat. A 0.1 or 0.2 micron filter easily handles bacteria and protozoa. But if viral threats are real, you'll need a purifier or chemical drops. Second, demand third-party proof. Look for official NSF certification or an EPA protocol you can actually look up, not just a flashy sticker on the box. Third, make sure you can clean it in the field. Backflushable or swishable membranes will always beat toss-it filters that leave you stranded when they clog. Finally, respect the freeze. Hollow fiber membranes can fail after a single wet freeze with no visible cracks, so sleep with your filter and never trust one that froze. Subscribe to the channel for more honest, BS-free gear testing. Across these 7 choices, one truth stands out. The best gear never overcomplicates survival. A filter only works if it survives freeze cycles, resists clogging, and targets actual trail pathogens. Stop buying heavy marketing hype that fails in the dirt. Subscribe for more honest gear breakdowns.